For this movement, what I want you to focus on is we're going to start in a narrow stance. You have rotational arm swings going back and forth, side to side, rotating back. While you do this, focus on breath. We're focusing on good feeling movement. Doesn't get better than that. Here we go. So narrow stance, you're zipped up. I want you to rotate, controlled, side to side. Now my head's following my arms. I'm rotating. If I wanted to keep my head centered, I could do that as well. But I'm breathing, and the motion is slow, controlled. I like to call it yummy. It should feel really yummy. Wind you up, wind you down, doesn't matter. This movement's good for many purposes, and often we don't do enough movement throughout our day, so this gets us in different distances and directions. Reset. Now, we get to do the arm swings again, and I bet you liked it, so yay. But we're going to go a much wider stance, a wide base of support here, just slightly different positioning, and we're still going to swing our arms, rotating side to side. So, set up your legs, wide stance. Again, focus on, here we go, eyes can stay to the front if you need them to or want them to. You can rotate with those arms. Eyes follow. It's wringing out the towel. Wringing out that towel. Yummy. You might notice some kind of sticky points, maybe on one side more than another. That can be common. So you just got to breathe through that so that you feel a little more symmetrical, a little more balanced. And just reset for a moment. So that rotation's healthy. It is good for us. But I want you to reset, kind of come out of it. We'll do about 20 seconds and narrow and wide stance again. Just focus right now on, set that neutral narrow stance. Pelvis is kind of think draw in and up, tailbone down. Here we go. Arm swings, side to side. I don't want you to stress or strain here. So you work a range of motion that's a happy place right now. You can breathe through it. And then set your feet wide. And we go again. Tailbones down to the ground, holding neutral. You can feel a stretch through that thoracic region. It's kind of releasing right here, thoracic. That's what we want, really mobile. And one and done. Good, you are reset. Unilateral arm reaches. What I love about them is that it's yummy. We're gonna reach in all distances and directions. Your first movement, we'll do one arm at a time, reaching like you're picking something up off the floor and back over. I actually want you to extend, open your heart. So let's go ahead and begin. One arm first, whichever one. Reach forward, you're picking something up. Reach back overhead. Reach, and you're actually going back behind the head a little bit. Reach, extend, opening up the rib cage, the arms, and it's okay. We don't go in this direction too often in life sometimes, so we really wanna encourage you to move other side. Move in different distances and directions. I don't know about you, but life happens in front of us, and all of a sudden it kind of feels nice to go back. Woo! Back overhead. Pick it up. Imagine a little cup. I got to pick up the cup, reach back behind. Pick up the cup, reach back behind. Don't forget that breath, and done. So the next movement will be reach. There's something to the side of you, and reach overhead, carve out that rainbow. So reach, pick up something from the side. We'll start with one arm, but we'll do the other side. This is some great lateral flexion, like you're in between two planes of glass. So here we go. Reach and up, carve out that rainbow. Reach, pick it up, carve out that rainbow. Yeah, you're not funny, I promise. This is functional. It is functional. Sometimes we reach, pick something up without moving our feet there. And then this, I don't know about you, yummy stretch, other side. Reach, pick it up, lateral flexion. Still kind of hide those ribs a little bit. Think about kind of anchoring them down. Reach, pick it up. You're in between two planes of glass. Think more up than over. Think more up. So you're elongating your waist. And recover. Next, you're opening and closing the arm. We'll stay on one side at a time. So reach back, I forgot something. Rotate, reach behind yourself. You can pivot those feet. It should feel like you're lubricating your waist, your shoulders, all that good stuff. So let's begin. Reach open and close. Open and close. So as you do it, I am kind of pivoting a foot. Reach across. Feel like you're wringing out your waistline, wringing out a towel. Yummy. And other side. We reach, open, and close. Open and close. Exhale as you're wringing it out. You'll feel like, that's why she's making me do this. It feels good. And one. Great job. Okay, we have work to do. We got a dumbbell frontal plane press, meaning you're staying in between two planes of glass. So we're not really adding rotation or anything like that. Let's grab your dumbbells and you can adjust as needed because we will have some sets of this. So go ahead, pick them up. Here we go. We're pressing back to center. Press, think of it kind of like a diagonal. So you are pressing up to the sky, pulling right back down, stacked elbows, shoulders there. Okay, not rotating, staying in between those two planes of glass. Press, pull it back. That kind of off-center load should make your core go, whoa, proprioception's like, oh, kick, 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 I have to. I have no choice. That's kind of a nice scenario, right? I have no choice. Let's do some work. Let's do some work. A nice adjustment for a boring little shoulder press, right? And center. And you can bring them down if you need to. Reset, if you will. And we got another round. So we just get better. That's what we're working on every day. We're just getting better. So we're going to go again. And you're going to stay in that frontal plane. So think side to side, little tick-tocky. So dumbbells up. We're going to get started. 3, 2, and 1. Press. Pull it back to center. Press, pull it back and down. You got shoulders, lats, core here. Pull it down like you're making orange juice with those armpits. Squeeze, reach, squeeze. Again, that off-center load, your core should say, hey, oh. Off-center. If you're getting off-center, you're getting it right. If you're getting a little off-center, you're getting it right. Last little bit here. Really elongate. Last one. Recover. I need it. Woo! So I can do it again. So we reset so we can do it again. If I made you do 3 minutes of that, we wouldn't have made it. Reset. Go again. Max bang for our buck. And we're getting started. Last time through. 3. Just give me what you got. 2 and 1. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Think about hiding those ribs as you reach up, kind of pull them in. Bracing. I won't really ever punch you. I can't, but you can pretend. If you think it, you'll flex a little bit more. Reach, pull it in. Reach, pull it in. Last little bit. I know you want to drop those arms. Give me push right past where you really wanted to go. Make a change. 2, 1. And that was awesome. You earned your better. Good job. Alternating sagittal plane press basically looks something like this. You're reaching out and forward, out and forward, out and back, out and back. We are loaded with dumbbells. I just want you to think about when you reach, you're always pulling back in. So you're plugged into your back, if you will. So let's go ahead and pick up our dumbbells. Now you know what the motion looks like. We can kind of play with it. I want you to start in that kind of shoulder press position, standing plank. Here we go. We reach out and forward, out and forward, out and back, out and back, out and forward, out and forward, out and back, and back. So not traditional, not too traditional right here. And that's okay, right? Different motions can really lubricate us. I like the word lubricate. It kind of feels good. And actually prep us right? For any motion that comes like that in life, and recover for a moment. So you felt it out, adjust weights if needed, but the main goal here is I'm making you move in multiple, it's the same plane, but just a different angle or vector. So the main thing being, when you reach out, I still like to say, make sure you're plugging into your back. So whenever there's a push, there's always a constant pull back as well. So if your shoulder's ouchie, out of the joint, I call this in the joint. So you reach out and up, out and back, pick those dumbbells up. If you dropped them, here we go. Out and front, out and front, out and back, out and back. You can reset between each one. Reset, reach back. I have to really remind myself to elongate there through the arm. Elongate but pull back. Elongate but pull back. You'll feel the shoulders. You'll feel the shoulders. That counteract in the core. Little proprioceptive feedback. Last one. And recover. We have one more set of that. Again, I would say shoulders. You should feel shoulders most definitely. You should feel lats in the back. Your core counteracting all that is just kind of immediate feedback in your core. Whoa, it's out in front of me. Whoa, it's behind me. It's okay to extend here some. Just keep a real big lift in your belly, in your waistline. So ribs off the hips. Let's go one last time. Here we go. Reach out and forward. Not directly up necessarily. You can do that another time. Out and forward. Out and forward. Out and back. Out and back. Control the movement before you pick up pace. I'm really just thinking about my angles here. Filling my lats. Lengthen the arm but pull back in. Last couple here. Stay with me. It should burn kind of good. Burn kind of good. And done. Excellent job. All right, push-ups on hands and knees with different hand positions, so it's going to be exciting. Let's do this. Let me set you up first. So when you come down to the ground, you're on the knees. The hands are going to start pretty neutral, just underneath those shoulders, and we'll change the positions later. Again, just think of it as a moving plank. So you've got just your moving arms. Think about turning those doorknobs, and then you're set. Here we go. Pull yourself down, push yourself up. Just focus on this one position right now. Focus on that moving plank. This is great prep for you're working with this lever from tailbone here, or from that knee and thigh to the crown of the head. Focus on your chest moving towards the floor in a way as opposed to your head. Your head, you can see your manicure, or guys, just imagine. Last one. Recover for a moment. So next up, I want you to think narrow. So we're just slightly changing the position. A, it's fun. It gives you a new kind of challenge. Okay, that's a pretty challenging position. And I still want you to focus on the easiness here of letting those shoulders hunch up to the ears. So think shoulder blades in the back pockets, and that should help as you move up and down. So in this standing position, I can do it without letting those be mobile. So let's break it down. So we're on the knees again. We're in that narrow position. Go ahead and corkscrew those arms into your back pockets, and we're moving that plank down and up. If you need to adjust, you adjust. We're just trying to make it a little bit different from the last set. Long space in that neck and in that waist. Give me apple butt cheeks instead of applesauce. Last one. Recover for a moment here. Third set here, we're going wide. Again, we're gonna make it different. So we're still hitting the same muscle area. You just wanna focus on, no matter what position I put you in, you're gonna be successful. You're gonna have a plank, you're gonna know how to control your shoulders, your hips, and all that good stuff. So I'm trying to throw you for a loop, but you can do it. So break it down to the knees. Hands are wider than before the first set here. Go ahead, pull yourself down, push yourself up. This is challenging for all of us. Tendency is to drop that head. I want you to think about long, long, long. It's almost like you're pulling back to the ceiling with your head as you go down. Pulling back as you go down. Am I distracting you yet? Just get it done. 2 and 1. We did it. There you go. Good job. All right, we're gonna wring ourselves out with some strength. We're starting at the hip level with dumbbells, and we're doing a transverse plane reach, overhead reach. We'll alternate from crossing over and reaching back same side. So we're working through that transverse plane. Go ahead, pick up your dumbbells, and we'll get started. So I reach back, I pivot with my trail leg as I do it. Start at the hips, we cross, and we cross. Let's do it again. We reach back, we reach back, we cross, and we cross. So now notice as you do this that you're gonna wanna pivot that trail leg so that through that rotation, you feel like you're kind of wringing out your waistline as opposed to getting in that low back. Nobody said you had to go super fast. We're just working the movement. And reset. So you've seen it, you've done it, you felt it out. Make sure you have like the appropriate dumbbells that you need and really think about length and pull. So you're reaching up, you're plugged into, like you're braced for a punch in the belly. No matter where we move, just kind of pivot with that hip and glute. Let's get started. Reach, reach back, cross, come all the way back down to the hip, cross. Feels pretty yummy. Reach and strong. Reach, cross, and cross. Important to work, crossing the body, reaching kind of back behind, all those planes of movement. We call this the transverse plane. But what's important about it is you typically rotate and say, oh, I got to get that. Oh, I forgot this. That's just what happens. Get your tissue prepared for that. Reset. We're gonna have one more time of it. Just focus again on, don't make it complicated. Just think, if you wanna know if you're doing it right, you should feel some shoulders, check. You should feel some core, because you're braced into your center. Last time, we have those dumbbells at the hips, and let's reach back behind us. Rotate, reach across. Reach back. Oh, I got to get that. Prepare your body. I'd rather prepare my body for something and come through it really well than not prepare and come through it and have to really recover from something. And in pain for that effect is not ever fun. So just prepare your body for all that life puts you through right there. Ranges of motion. Reach and reach, not to mention some really nice looking shoulders and everything there. That was it. Good job, long and strong. Push-ups with a challenge, my favorite. We have a push-up with a sagittal plane shift, or like a sawing motion, if you will. Let me break it out for you. So push-up position, you are going down and up. That doesn't change, but you're shifting forward and back through your feet, rocking forward and back as we go down and as we come up. All right? So that's what it looks like. Now let's experience. So break it down into that plank position. So think hands under those shoulders, feet locked in. You've got quads, glutes, abs, long neck. From here, we're descending as we shift forward and back, forward and back, forward and back as we come up. Doing it again. Descending, pulling yourself down, pushing that floor away. Again. Challenging, changing that motion a little bit just to drive a response through the body there. Some mobility, some stretch work. Woohoo, one more. Tight center body, body like a surfboard as you move. Forward and back, sawing motion, and set. So that was our first 5. We're gonna get to do it again. Shake it out a little bit. You should feel that load through that whole thoracic region. Don't forget to hold on. I know you're focusing on the saw, forward and back, but let's knock it out again. Focus on keeping that lift in the abdomen. Here we go. Plank it out first, moving forward and back. Pulling yourself down like a row, pushing that floor away. I challenge you, stay with me maybe. just so that if you start speeding it up, I want to make you feel that time under tension a little bit. Moving through those feet, sagittal plane shift. One more. And stay down to the floor maybe for a moment because we're going right again. Less rest. We're going to knock it out. Last 5. Shake it out. And 3, 2, 1. On the floor. Plank. Shifting forward and back. Now maybe we'll pick up that pace a little bit. Focus on your plank. It's a plank with moving body, sawing motion. Last one. Skimming that floor, pushing it away, and boom, getting better every day. Nice. So that we're ready for anything, we have a squat to press with 2 different foot positions. So we'll have dumbbells in the hands. I'm in an offset stance here. My right foot's back. It'll be a squat to a press for several reps, and then we'll switch sides. So let's go ahead and pick up your dumbbells. Squat or lunge, pick them up. Pick something that'll challenge you, or whatever you have. So from here, I'm in a split stance, my right foot slightly back, and squat, overhead press. This way we're not perfectly symmetrical in the feet position, practicing all positions. Reset, other foot's back slightly there, and squat, press. Lows those hips a little bit different. At the top, plank. Really engage, kind of pinch a penny butt cheeks. And that was set 1. We get to do it again. Focus on. Yes, it feels a little awkward sometimes, but the whole point being, that's how you move and groove typically. You don't wait, line up the feet, pick something up. Not typically. So let's practice again how you would do it actually quite normally. Offset position there, and squat, press. At the top, brace for a punch in your abs. Tall but braced. Tall but braced. Reset. Other side. Load, press. Load. Catch it with your core. Last one. And reset. One last time, I challenge you, either pick up heavier weight. If you don't have that option, that's just fine. Think about improving bone density right here with load. Great function anyways, every time you pick something up. So let's do it one more time. Split that stance, load at the shoulders, squat, put it up on the shelf. And reset. Focus on some breath. Don't wait to the end to breathe. And 1 and done. Yes! Squat or lunge. Set them down. You ready for anything? You ready for anything? Good job. You're strong. It's what we've been looking forward to. We have the supine thoracic rotation. We get to breathe and calm the nervous system and get some nice wringing out of that rib cage area. Should be yummy for the low back and the entire body, the chest, shoulders. So let's walk through it. I want you to have a seat on the ground. When you start the position, you'll lie. I want you to try and find neutral alignment through the head. So instead of chin up, straining, think a massage therapist just pulled on your neck a little bit and reset that head. From here, you can bring those knees into a tabletop position. And let's go ahead, arms to the T, before I start going, arms to the T. Rotate the legs to one side, and you can assist, hold with that hand against the legs. Just a little light assistance here. Think about, head can be straight up to the sky neutral. It can look at that arm that's teed out to the side. Whatever makes you comfortable here, relax, breathe, calm down. You can feel the side body, chest, shoulders, lats. We call this thoracic rotation. Basically, you might just want to say it's yumminess. That's fine. Let's go ahead and switch sides. I either bring my knees up. It's okay if you assist. If you can't pull them into that tabletop position, you can bring them back around to the center this way. Either way, our knees are going out to one side. It's a light assistance with that one hand, opposing arm, so that other arm's out to the T. Try to just keep that neutral neck alignment. All that means is no strain, no strain. You're breathing. Your breath is what will help reach all ends of the body and help you actually calm down. We want to get out of fight or flight mode. That's exciting for your trainer to say, right? And good. From here, you can just assist, roll those knees to the center, and look, you're calm. Good job. This might be everybody's favorite, but we have child's pose next. You're focused on breath, and I'll set you up. I want you to take about 10 breaths there. I'll just kind of guide you through. So we are coming down to the ground, okay, on the knees. As you sink back bottom towards the heels a little bit, you're going to walk your hands forward so you can kind of elongate through the spine there. Relax that head a little bit. And then pause here. Take some breaths. Feel yourself kind of sink and melt into the position. If you're there, you don't have to look at me anymore. You can just hold and breathe. Breath and reflection. If you're doing more than you did yesterday or last week, and you're just moving more, that is an excellent job. Breath and recovery, also a whole part of the process. Just trust the process. Now I want you to tell yourself on this last breath, reflection is, I have done a good job. You have to have positive self-talk there. But we're going to gently bring you out of there, so kind of glide those arms closer to you. And then however best, you can come up to your feet, kind of shake it out, reset, and that was excellent. Good job.